Hey, gorgeous souls. I hope you're having a great Friday, and I am super, super, super pumped to talk about this particular topic today because your beliefs are controlling your life, whether you know it or not. So many of our beliefs are unconscious and we aren't necessarily consciously aware of them. We don't know what we don't know. And hey, Beck, great to have you on, honey. It is so, so, so powerful when you really understand what's going on, what's driving how you're feeling every single day. Because in truth, your thoughts and your beliefs are what is creating the emotion. It is creating the action or the actions that you don't take, and it creates, more importantly, or most importantly, how you feel about yourself. And the truth is, any belief is just a thought that you have thought for so long that you've believed it to be true. And the way that the mind works is that anything that we believe to be true, we look for evidence to support that truth, we find the evidence, we delete and we distort information even to find the evidence to support that. And then we start to live out that current belief or that current thought. So take a look around at your life currently. Hey, Katrin, great to have you on, honey. Take a look at your life currently. Look at the areas of finances, look at the areas of your relationships, look at the areas of your business or your career, look at the areas of your health, your body, how easy or hard it is to take care of your body or to maintain weight or to have the physique that you want. Think about relationships, think about your relationship with yourself. All of these are determined by the beliefs and the thoughts that you think every single day. When you know how to shift and change these, everything in life changes. It is literally how I've taken myself from earning like $300 a week as a single mom, terrified, angry, frustrated at life, to creating my own my own six-figure online business, doing what I love, changing it, morphing it every single time that I felt something needed to shift or I wanted to create a new reality for myself. I went from, running my very successful clinic where I was booked out 6 weeks in advance to, and all of this was done with the belief work, right? To literally being able to have a portable business that I can take anywhere, move anywhere, be anywhere, in my own time, when it works for me, with who I love, all of those things. It is just, hey Judy, great to have you on. It is just so, so, so vitally important to know how to shift and change your beliefs. But like I said at the start, most importantly, your beliefs shape and really make you feel a particular way. So if you have disempowering beliefs or feeling that you're not enough or feeling that you haven't done enough or that you should be doing more or that you feel guilty for resting or that you're responsible for everybody else's happiness, all of those thoughts are controlling how you feel every single day. And it creates a belief loop cycle, like I mentioned before. It is because what you believe to be true. So, Henry Ford said it best: if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Because with the belief, I can, who do you become or how do you feel when you believe that you can, right? We take action or we move forward or we embrace possibility. When you believe that you're not enough, and just allow yourself to feel that feeling for a moment. Who do you become when you believe that you're not enough? How do you feel about yourself? How do you show up in the world when you feel that you're not enough? How do you feel about exactly what I just said before? How are you feeling about yourself? What actions do you take or not take? What do you do when you believe the thought that you're not enough? Can you see how important it is that all of these things are literally impacting your life, and every single thing in your life that you have or you don't have is a reflection of your current beliefs, whether you're consciously aware of them or not. I am so, so passionate about really helping people to understand this at the deeper level, that I'm running a 5-day event. It's going to be easy in the sense that it is like a 15 to 30 minute training once a day for 5 days in a row. We are going to come at particular beliefs, and I'm going to show you a technique in how to dig deeper, because often there's a surface level belief like maybe I'm not enough, but underneath that there will be other beliefs that are actually holding that belief in place. It's kind of like the root of a plant, and some of the surface beliefs are kind of like the leaves, and you pluck the leaves off and that's fine, but the weed grows back, right? So we want to go for the root. We want to know what the root cause is of these beliefs, and when you start to unpack that, and the thing with beliefs is that they are layers just like onions. So you take a layer off, and then that same belief might come up, but in a slightly less intense way. And we don't really ever know how many layers to the onion there is until you get to the root core and there's just nothing left. I honestly used to believe with my whole entire being that I was fat and ugly from 13, probably actually even years before that. I still remember I was probably about 5 or 6 years old and looking at my stomach with utter disgust when I was laying in the bath and wanting, literally, sorry, this is a bit graphic, but literally wanting to cut it off. And I just I always felt chubby. And often these are deeply ingrained beliefs that we've accepted, or we've heard other people say about us, or, our parents, and bless our parents, they're always doing their best, or other people, teachers, or even siblings, or other people, perhaps in class. And up until the age of 8, we do not have an analytical mind to go, hang on a second, is this pain, is this thought or this belief, should I take this on? Is this really going to serve me? Is this going to empower me to live my best life? We're not doing any of that. It is all just going in like a big sponge, and we're soaking it up, we're accepting it, and we're believing it as our truth. And this is our work as humans, as we evolve, as we grow, to be able to love ourselves more and to recreate a new narrative for ourselves that serves us moving forward. If I still believed all of the stuff before, I would not be in the relationship that I have now, with just somebody that is just literally reflects unconditional love back to me. And that's not to say that, we don't have standards and things in our relationship, but definitely, is just so willing to listen. And there's been so much healing that's occurred as a result of that. But years ago, I was literally creating, really challenging relationships, or in relationships that, were reflecting back to me what I believed about myself. And this is where this deep healing work, it transforms every single area of your life. But the best benefit of all is how you feel about you, because that impacts your overall happiness. And in all the studies done on, what causes happiness in life, it is actually 80% caused by great relationships. How do you have a great relationship? You have to have a great relationship with yourself first and foremost, because every single one of your relationships is going to be reflecting back to you what you love or what you dislike about yourself. And it's unfortunate but true. That is the law of attraction at its best. So if you know that this is some work, in terms of getting some tools, getting some strategies that you can apply lifelong, this is not just a once-off. And I'm really going to be sharing some deep things with you guys during this training. It is seriously, the training would be an absolute bargain at $297, but I am literally sharing this information. I'm so passionate about getting this into the hands of the most people possible. It is only $27, and it is going to be life-changing material. I'm going to take you guys into a deeper session at the end of it, where literally you're using your superconscious mind to help shift and change some of those deeper emotions, because all of our behaviors, our current day behaviors, are shaped upon the emotions that we experienced from memories that we have in the past. So if you think about it, where you've experienced pain in the past, you try and avoid, you try and move away from. So it's like putting your hand on a hot stove. You go, oh, don't want to do that again. And this is where we can then create a lot of inner conflicts then in our life, simply because, if you've ever been hurt in a relationship, you're like, don't want to go back. I will never put myself through that again. So there's a part of you that's pushing that away, but there's another part of you, of course, that's built for connection as a human being, that's here to connect with others at a deep level and wants connection. So guess what? Now you've got an inner conflict going on, and now you're like maybe in or out or in or out. All these things are happening at a deep level, and it's so important to be able to know the tool and strategy. But if you have kids, guys, this is so important to give this gift to our kids. was literally talking to my 20-year-old the other day, and she's reflecting back to me, like, she's like, oh, Mum, I'm sounding like you. And she's like, just, and this is not like, obviously on myself, like I've done a lot of study and sat with a lot of stuff over the years, but she's like, so brilliantly wise and so self-aware at 20. And I'm like, oh my God, honey, like imagine what you're going to be like when you're 43, like the wisdom that she can impart, and being able to bring children into the world now with that knowledge about self-love, about how we create our reality, all of those things. Like what a gift to give to her children eventually when she gets there. But this is the thing, we can transform our children's lives. We can stop the generational pain that has happened, particularly, where there's generational stuff coming through about, you've got to work really hard to deserve money, or, maybe there's money trauma, like, it's just, that's just our family, like we just can't ever get ahead, or, things always happen. Like there's all of these things that are really passed down. Hey, Bernie, great to have you on, honey. All these things that are passed down unconsciously, through our DNA even. And if you think about it, you were actually present in your grandmother's womb. So what your grandmother experienced, this is really important to understand, what your grandmother experienced, you also went through as well, because you were an egg within your mother's belly when she was pregnant with your mum. How incredible is that? So in essence, in some level, we went through the Great Depression, we went through the wars, we went through all of those things because they've impacted our DNA, and all of that contributes to fear, scarcity, health issues, all of those things. So if you know that this is like so for you, or that, there's somebody in your life that could really, really benefit from this. Maybe it's a sister, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's an aunt, a mum, a child, all of those things. And when I'm talking about children, I would probably go like 15 onwards, because there are some concepts which are more adult-like, which would be harder for a younger child to understand, although young kids are brilliant and tend to have a much more open mind and can shift things faster because they've got less resistance, because they've had less life experience believing those things. And that's the gift. You get to share this in a way with your kids that might really resonate for them and help them to start to challenge their beliefs and how to bring in new empowering beliefs. And that's what we're going to be covering over this whole 5 days. So if you know this is for you, I'm going to drop the link below. Jump in. It is only literally $27. It's like 15 to 30 minutes, 5 days, kicking off on the 3rd of May. Can't wait to see you in there. And this is the most important work that you can do for yourself right now. Sending you loads and loads of love. Have amazing day. And yes, Bernie, so great to see you as well. And I'll just read Kat Sharon, working similar goals, and yes, choosing new empowering beliefs. Yes, absolutely. I am worthy of my dream life. Isn't that beautiful? I love reading that, and just so important on so many levels. And thanks so much, Judy and Jeff, or maybe it's just Judy, or maybe it's just Jeff and Beck, for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.